Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's been a little while, but the general has returned and the medications are working. So today we're going to talk about controlling the head in a different way than we've talked about before. The idea being if I can break someone's posture or turn their head, there's a common saying, where the head goes, the body has to follow. So, for example, like if someone's trying to wrestle me, right? One thing I can do is, if he gives me the top of his head, I can connect my elbow to my side here, and now I have this grip here, and I can just start to lean my weight into him, and it's going to start to collapse his balance. And it's pretty easy to do. I'm literally just like following my own weight. I'm using none of my own energy. I'm just collapsing his head down, and eventually he's going to have to either roll or collapse. Another one is if he starts to try to take a shot, if I can catch his chin and start to turn his head one way or the other, especially if it's with this hand, this is great, because then I can start to turn his head this way, and there's nothing he can do but to turn with me. And honestly, sometimes you can even catch somebody with the choke here. If they lift their head, if they duck their head, then I can just break his posture this way. And those are pretty simple concepts. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I feel like people who start jiu-jitsu, who maybe don't have a background, I think it's one of the last things that they like hit that like light bulb of like, oh, I get it, is like, not only like manipulating the direction the head's facing, in which if you watch today's roll, we both do that in different positions, like pretty well, you took my back with the way that you just demonstrated, and you made yourself around. I think you ended up getting a rear triangle and stuff. And I utilized it in a similar fashion to try to stay and mount during your escapes, right? So it's like, just taking the head in the direction that, would best benefit you, And, like once you understand that, like most of what you're going to be using, whether it be a cross-face, notice he wasn't just talking about using his arm. Right, we were using like our body there. So what we're doing, and then in my instance, I was using like chest and shoulder from the mount. We're using large muscle groups against a smaller muscle group, right? And we're creating. That's what we're doing in jiu-jitsu. We're just finding everything we do is about like finding ways to create like unfair advantages, right? Ways that I can position my body or use certain tools on my body that have an advantage over the tools that you're currently using or the tools that I'm attacking, okay? Like the most basic and easy one to think of is a 2-on-1, right? 2 hands on 1, boom, unfair advantage, right? And we're finding just different little ways to create those unfair advantages, and that's definitely an important one.
And one more example, actually from if I'm seated and someone's standing, if I can block his ability to come towards me, and then he starts to try to attack me, if I can grab the top of his head and start pushing it down again, my elbow is in, my elbow's not out, because this is weak. This is strong. Now my elbow is connected to my body. I can even use both hands if I want to, and maybe block his hand. And now he has no choice but to start to collapse straight down, and it's going to stop him from passing my guard. Mm-hmm. Just one more example. I think that's pretty much it for the concept. Yeah. All right. Cool. So thanks for watching. Thanks, Coach Mike, for being here. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
And would you like to say it? You want to say it?
Yeah, I'd like to say it.
All right, good.
Come down and train.
All right. I guess I don't work my hair right now.
No, it's already pristine, like post-workout pump.
Someone called this soccer hair.
Oh wow, you know what? When it is sweaty, it's soccer hair.
Yeah.
Right? Dry, nah, dude. When it's sweaty, dude, perfect soccer hair.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because I'm just like, I'm putting soccer hair together, like when I think of, like they're playing the game, so they are also in sweat.
Yeah.
So maybe it is just soccer hair all the time.
Yeah.
But my vision of it,
Yeah. Okay, so here we go.